aerial armadas suffer terrible losses, culminating in Black Thursday, August the 15th. 76 aircraft are lost to the RAF's 50. For 6 days, all the major airfields in southern England suffer continuous attack. Without its airfields, the RAF cannot hold out for long. Then, inexplicably, the Luftwaffe ignores the airfields and sets its sights on London. It is a major tactical error, as the respite enables the RAF to repair its airfields and regroup. The 15th of September is the climax to the Battle of Britain, with the biggest raids on London. 56 German aircraft are shot down. For the Germans, it is too much, and Hitler orders the postponement of Operation Sea Lion. The London Blitz continues, but with little military significance. The Battle of Britain, the first battle to be won solely in the air, officially ends on October the 1st. Churchill expresses the thanks of a grateful nation with the words, "Never in the field of human conflict is so much owed by so many to so few." The RAF's finest hour has arrived. The deeds and courageous exploits of the pilots flying countless sorties in their Spitfires and Hurricanes will be recounted for many generations to come. But the moment of relief is all too short. In the next 5 years, Britain must face many more fights for survival before victory can be assured. And the RAF will play a central role in securing that victory. By the late summer of 1940, Luftwaffe attacks on RAF airfields have virtually stopped. Since July the 10th, the Luftwaffe has lost more than 1,700 aircraft and nearly 4,000 men. The RAF has lost more than 800 aircraft and 1,000 men. But the respite gives Fighter Command time to regroup. London and other cities are now the Luftwaffe's main targets. Flying in broad daylight and with their fighter escorts at the limits of their range, the formations make easy targets for a recovering Fighter Command. In a bid to halt their mounting losses, the Luftwaffe switches to night bombing. British civilians begin to experience the terror of the Blitz. On Thursday, November the 14th, the Germans mount Operation Moonlight Sonata, destroying the city of Coventry, killing 568 people. The raids continue for another 6 months, when on the 6th of May 1941 they stop. Hitler now needs his aircraft for a new purpose, the invasion of his former ally, Russia. Operation Barbarossa is a colossal undertaking which will prove to be a gross tactical error. With the pressure easing on its defensive resources, the RAF now has the opportunity to strike back. Although Bomber Command has been fighting since the very first day of the war, its twin-engined Wellington bombers have neither the range nor payload with which to seriously hit the industrial centres of the Ruhr, the engine room of Germany's war machine. By 1941, however, the first of the more powerful four-engined bombers begin to arrive on the squadrons. The Sterling is capable of reaching Berlin with a 14,000-pound bomb load. At the same time, new pilots are joining the RAF from all over the Commonwealth. But this is one of the only bright spots in an otherwise bleak picture. Britain is slowly but surely starving to death. Totally dependent for supplies from the United States, the sea lanes are the hunting grounds for marauding German U-boats and surface vessels. Bomber Command simply does not have the resources to attack the intruders, and so it falls to Coastal Command and its small fleet of Sunderlands to keep the sea lanes open.
Suddenly a submarine is spotted. It may be a marauding U-boat caught on the surface. There's no time to be lost lest it escape by submerging. Immediately word is flashed to destroyers nearby and they close in ready for a kill. However, the sub turns out to be English, so all's well, and the patrol plane flies on.
In North Africa, the war has also turned against Britain's favour. Germany's Field Marshal Rommel is scything his way east along the coast. On the 21st of June 1942, he takes the key city of Tobruk. The great prize of Egypt now seems open to Rommel's Africa Corps, unless the British 8th Army and the RAF are reinforced immediately.
Into this situation stepped Mr. Churchill, bringing his own inspiration and vigour. He brought good news of reinforcements both in men and supplies which had already rounded the Cape. For 5 days he visited the Army and Air Force, explaining the task and its importance. And most dramatic of all, he brought new commanders, General Alexander and General Montgomery. Alexander, one of the last men out of Dunkirk, and whose small army withstood the Japanese the whole length of Burma, and Montgomery, who took over the 8th Army. A man who lives as sternly as a Cromwell, and who is as much a part of his modern Ironsides.
December the 8th, 1941, is probably the most important date of the entire war. Japan's air attack on the American Pacific Fleet at its base in Hawaii brings the might of America into the war. Amazingly, Hitler also declares war on America. In 1942, RAF Bomber Command embarks on its night bombing offensive. New aircraft are available. The twin-engined Manchester is joined by the four-engined version, the Avro Lancaster. Previously, the offensive has met with little success. A lack of navigational aids means that raids have failed to hit targets. But Bomber Command has a new chief of operations. His name, Arthur Harris.
Let the Nazis take good note of the western horizon. There they will see a cloud as yet no bigger than a man's hand. But behind that cloud lies the whole massive power of the United States of America. They sowed the wind, and now they are going to reap the whirlwind.
To underline his new philosophy, Bomber Harris unleashes the first of his 1,000 bomber raids on the night of the 30th of May, 1942. Wellingtons, Manchesters, Lancasters, and everything else Bomber Command can get into the air raid the German city of Cologne. The heartland of German industrial production, Essen and the Ruhr, also feel the wrath of Bomber Command.
There are a lot of people who say that bombing can never win a war. Well, my answer to that is that it has never been tried yet, and we shall see.